So we got this water pump here that I was thinking of installing on my Bullnose truck. It came off of my 7.3 liter IDI turbo that I bought years ago. You can check out this picture right here. My Bullnose truck likes to belch coolant onto the ground. I think the water pump on the truck is on its way out. This one seems to rotate just fine, and it's all there, so I'll clean it up and I'll maybe shoot it with some paint. Got all this old RTV, and I actually got the old gasket. Look, right there, Battle. Which really I'm gonna have to get a gasket scraper anyways, because you want the gasket surface good and clean. I removed the gasket, but this is still nasty. We wouldn't want to try to put the new gasket on and put it onto the engine without first giving it a good scouring. And then this is the water pump gasket. It says that it's good for the 6.9 liter and 7.3 liter IDI diesel, 83 to 94. Make sure that you don't get a 7.3 liter Power Stroke gasket, because it's a rubber gasket that fits into a groove. It will not work for your old IDI. You can get it at your local auto parts store. 35268. She's pretty clean. There you go, much better. This guy was just a touch on the coarse side. We got that gasket surface clean, Battle, and I cleaned up my work area here, because now what we have to do is set it down. Let's go ahead and use some cleaner. Handy dandy garage cleaner. You know what it is. And I got some old toothbrushes. I got some nylon, some brass, and some steel brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean the outside. She's clean. We got some casting numbers here. 446430 Charlie 3. I think that is the part number for the water pump. And then we have 0508 Lima. I checked online and I couldn't find anything for this number right here, which is on a tag. Let's go ahead and clean this water pump off with a little bit of denatured alcohol. I'm gonna spray it with some paint. She's clean and she's ready for paint. I have plugs here on top. This is the coolant temperature switch for my electric fan. This is a hose barb that goes to my coolant filter. We have 1, 2, 3 plugs for the brackets. So I got some primer, I got some color, it's heat resistant. Let's go ahead and apply some. All right, we don't want it too heavy. We'll do multiple light coats. I might do one more coat of primer and then we'll add color to it, Battle. Number 4 of primer. She's looking pretty good, Battle. Pretty good coverage. I have some Ford gray here. It's the same color that I did the valve covers years ago. Actually, she's covering better than the primer. We'll do a couple more coats. Yes, sir. I like the way that this is covering. Can you see it on the camera? It's distinctly different than the primer. Excellent. That's easily worth 10 or 12 extra foot-pounds of torque once I put it on, Battle. Who needs a turbo? Here's the 4th and final coat of color, Battle. All right. I think she looks good. I'll go ahead and let her set up. This right here, Battle, is the front driver side spring perch, and then here is the bottom of the radiator support, and then right out of view where my hand is, there's the drain to the radiator. And she likes making a mess. And of course, Battle, she sees no point in stopping, so I need to stop it before it gets too full in the catch pan. I need to empty the catch pan, and we'll keep draining it. And then we'll get to the drains on the side of the block. So actually, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. Keep draining the radiator, Battle. I think that's about the last of the coolant in the radiator. There we go. She's open all the way. I'm going to close the petcock on the radiator. We will open up the block drain, at least on the driver's side, because on the passenger side, that starter gets in the way. There's my catch pan. That's a 1/2 inch inner diameter nylon hose. There's the block drain, Battle. I tightened it back up. To your right is the back header of the oil cooler and the oil filter. And then up top is the driver's side of the oil pan. So I'll go ahead and show you how much coolant came out when I opened up the block drain. It was actually surprising. There's the last of the coolant, Battle. That's what I got out of the block drain. At least the block drain on the driver's side. I checked the forms, and it's 31 quarts, which is 7.75 gallons. But you can see right there how much I got. We're about ready to remove the water pump down here. I wanted to show you the OE fan. Be aware that you're going to need a special tool that you can rent from the auto parts store to disconnect this fan clutch right here from the pulley. And it is reverse thread. I replaced the OE fan clutch and fan with this electric fan that I got from the salvage yard. And she runs just fine. So my belts are tight. I'm going to go ahead and loosen this pulley. This wire right here, Battle, is the temperature sender for the relay that activates the electric fans. So I don't want to cut the wire, but I'm going to cut this zip tie here. We got this heater hose right here. This goes to your OE heater core, but it goes to my coolant filter up here. Maybe I should just cut it on off of there instead of busting my knuckles. Right, Battle? Had to get a utility knife. So we got this guy right here. I'll have to replace it once we get the new water pump in. I got a 7/8 line wrench right here, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this temperature sender. So to get this hose barb off the top, I need to loosen up the alternator so I can move my belt out of the way, which I'm also going to have to loosen up my power steering pump over here. There we go. She budged. There, she's getting loose. Here's the hose barb that goes on top of the water pump. No wonder she's spitting coolant on the ground. This goes on the inside of the pulley, and it looks like, there we go. There's the pulley. And they're not on there very tight. See, it's longer, 2 3/4. That was a long-winded son of a gun. I couldn't get it by finger at all. But see, it's a 5/8 bolt with shorty. It keeps the power steering bracket on the front of the water pump. So we got a bolt that holds the water pump timing gear cover, and it's right here underneath the power steering pump bracket. And it's clearance so you can get at it without removing the power steering pump bracket. But I went ahead and loosened that bracket already. 1.5 inches from the far driver's side. That's the pivot point for the power steering pulley that goes through the power steering bracket. Okay, we got 3 along the bottom, sort of on the passenger side here, and the motor from my electric fan sort of gets in the way. We have 1 more directly below the water pump pulley that needs to come out. There we go. Just had to knock on the water pump body itself. There we go. That's the old water pump. There's the front of the timing gear cover, right underneath the oil fill. So it's pretty nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it on up. There's the timing gear cover, ready for the water pump. I should actually probably hit it up with some green cleaner and a little bit of denatured alcohol to get it ready for the gasket. Thanks for helping me out in the shop. Please leave a comment down below, and I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Make sure you check out one of these other videos I did on my Bullnose truck in the past, and I'll see you next time, Battle. That's the block drain there, Battle. Talk about a pain in the butt. I ended up getting like 5 or 6 different shots, all of like the bottom of my Bullnose truck and my face and stuff. Well, that's essential trimmers for you. It is a pain in the butt, Battle.